I think he fits the bill as what physically you're looking for. Joe Flacco's getting up there in age now. Back's an issue. Think about Roethlisberger. Always talking retirement. Andy Dalton. Hey, all of a sudden now, if you nail that quarterback and you get that running back at 4, you're ahead of the game. And they already got some.
That was Mel Kiper on ESPN's first take on some of his feedback for the upcoming draft. Thought I'd share that with you all. So moving along, we're going to go through picks through 11 through 20, and we're going to sort of move it along here. We're 15 minutes into the broadcast, so I'm not going to really go into much detail about each guy that I select going forward with these teams. I've sort of elaborated a little bit more in the top 10, and we will just go number 11, Miami Dolphins, defense, inside linebacker. Georgia, Roquan Smith had a great Rose Bowl. His stock went up. Nice pick for the Dolphins. Number 12, Cincinnati Bengals. Now, this guy could move into the top 10, but I have him slipping down to the Bengals here. Offensive tackle, Mike McGlinchey, Notre Dame. Probably the second best offensive lineman in the draft. Good fit with the Bengals. And number 13, lucky number 13. This is where I have Baker Mayfield going to the Washington Redskins. They got Alex Smith, but, I'm not a big Alex Smith fan. And they gave him a lot of money. I would have stayed with Kirk Cousins over Alex Smith. But I think they want to make a splash. They usually like to make a splash with a big name. Baker Mayfield in the capital. We'll see how it fits. He wants to go to Miami. But I think it would be even worse if Baker Mayfield went to Miami with all that going on down there. So Baker Mayfield, number 13, going to the Redskins. Moving on, Green Bay Packers, number 14. I got them going outside linebacker, Boston College, Harold Landry. Number 15, I have Connor Williams, offensive tackle, Texas, going to the Arizona Cardinals. And number 16, again, the Ravens, they're gonna waste a first-round draft pick on a wide receiver. You just know it's going to happen. I'm not saying this because I'm a Steeler fan, but if Calvin Ridley is at number 16 for the Baltimore Ravens, they're going to take him. I think he's going to be there, barring any trades or trades up or trades down. Calvin Ridley will go to the Baltimore Ravens. And moving on, number 17, the Los Angeles Chargers. I got Vita Vea, defensive tackle, Washington, going to the Chargers. Number 18, I have Marcus Davenport, defensive end, University of Texas San Antonio, going to the Seattle Seahawks. They need some defensive ends there in Seattle. They're trying to rebuild that Legion of Doom, so good fit right over there for Marcus Davenport. Dallas Cowboys going to go defensive tackle, Alabama. Daron Payne had a really great national championship. Great, pass rusher up the middle. Good fit for them. Detroit Lions, they will go also defensive tackle. I think they're high up on Daron Payne, but like I said, the Cowboys are going to take him at 19, so they're going to go with the next best defensive tackle, and they're going to go with Maurice Hurst. So that is 11 through 20. And to recap those picks, if you joined us late here, I have Roquan Smith going to inside linebacker, Georgia, going to Miami. Mike McGlinchey, offensive tackle, Notre Dame, going to the Cincinnati at 12. Number 13, Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma, going to the Redskins. Number 14, Harold Landry, offensive outside linebacker from Boston College, going to the Pack. Number 15, Connor Williams, offensive tackle, going from Texas to Arizona. The Ravens going Calvin Ridley, wide receiver, Alabama, number 16. Chargers at number 17, going Vita Vea, defensive tackle, Washington. Seattle Seahawks, defensive end, Marcus Davenport, University of Texas San Antonio. Number 19, the Cowboys take Daron Payne, defensive tackle, Alabama. And at number 20, Maurice Hurst, defensive tackle, Michigan Detroit Lions. So we are going to be moving on here. Not going to take a break. We're going to go ahead and finish up the podcast because I know a lot of you got things to do. It's getting late. It's 12:19. You want to probably watch the late broadcast of the Olympics. And I've been watching the Olympics too. That curling is some shit. I tell you what. So we are going to move on. 21 Buffalo Bills, Tremaine Edmunds, inside linebacker, Virginia Tech. And then the Buffalo Bills pick again. This pick is from Kansas City. They are going to go Josh Allen, QB from Wyoming. And watch this pick over here, because I could sort of see the Steelers trading up in this pick to get Josh Allen, the heir apparent to Ben Roethlisberger. I've heard some, talk inside the Steeler organization that they're high on this guy. So I could see the Steelers making a trade up like this. I don't think they made a big trade up in the draft since they went back and drafted Troy Polamalu back in 2005 when they moved up from like 26 to 16 with Kansas City to get Troy. So watch out for the Steelers moving up to try to get Josh Allen. But if they don't watch out, Bills will take Josh Allen right here at number 22. And actually, Mel Kiper has Josh Allen as his number one quarterback on the board, and he has him going to Cleveland, which I was like, wow, really? Cleveland? And taking Josh Allen? I don't think so. We're moving along. 23, Carlton Davis, cornerback from Auburn, going to the Los Angeles Rams. This guy I really like coming up. Cortland Sutton, wide receiver, SMU. Cam Newton needs some weapons. This is a great weapon to get Cam Newton. The Carolina Panthers had a pretty good season. They had a nice rebound from the previous season. Carolina Panthers, I think, are going to be a team to watch out for in 2018. Get Cam Newton a weapon, and that's a good weapon to get, especially at number 24. That's a great value pick. Tennessee Titans, number 25. They're going to go Taven Bryan, defensive tackle, Florida. And then I got number 26. The Atlanta Falcons go Isaiah Oliver, defensive back, Colorado. 27, I have Malik Jefferson, outside linebacker, going to the Saints. Now number 28, my team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm on the fence with this because it all depends on what happens with Le'Veon Bell. Now, Le'Veon Bell has set a deadline for February 20th to sign a contract with the Steelers. I really don't know why he's dictating the terms. They can just slap him with the franchise tag again this year and pay him the $14 million. But he said he might retire. He's not going to retire, folks. Okay, he's not going to leave all that money on the table. So if by chance the Steelers don't sign him or sign and trade him, I would say they would go with Geis from LSU. But I think what's going to happen is the Steelers will sign Bell at the last minute. They'll make it work to fit underneath the cap. Today, David DeCastro and Stephon Tuitt renegotiated their contracts to get more cap space for the Steelers. I think they freed up about $13.75 million of cap space for the Steelers, and I think that was a move the Steelers made, was to re-sign Bell. So I don't see them taking Geis here. I see them taking Rashaan Evans, inside linebacker, Alabama. It makes sense. Ryan Shazier, he's going to walk again, but he's not going to play football, folks. And I'm not concerned if he plays football again. I just want to see Ryan Shazier get healthy. He's a great guy. Saw him in the Penguin game the other day, and he barely could stand up without assistance. And I'm not making fun of him. Everybody's talking about, is he going to come back to football? You shouldn't be worrying about that, everybody. You should be worrying about the guy coming back and just walking and living a normal life. And he's a smart guy, and they're going to tell him that he can't play football again. The Steelers are going to find a part for him in the organization because that's what the Steelers do. They take care of them. This guy is a good guy. God bless Ryan Shazier. Hope you get healthy. You're still going to be a Steeler for life. I hope they find you some part in the organization, which they will. The Rooneys are class acts. So Rashaan Evans, inside linebacker, Alabama. Moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who broke my heart this playoff season. Congratulations on a great season this year, Jacksonville. I have Orlando Brown, offensive tackle, Oklahoma, going to Jacksonville, giving a little protection over there. So for the quarterback. Number 30, Minnesota Vikings, Billy Price, offensive guard, Ohio State. Number 31, New England defensive end Sam Hubbard. And finally, 31, the world champs. Yes, you heard that correctly. The world champ, Philadelphia Eagles. They are going to go with Chukwuma Okafor, offensive tackle, Western Michigan. So going through those final picks before I wrap up this podcast, we got 21, Bills, Terrence Edmonds, inside linebacker, Virginia Tech. 22, Buffalo Bills go with Josh Allen, quarterback, Wyoming. 23, Carlton Davis, defensive back, goes to the Los Angeles Rams from Auburn. From SMU, Cortland Sutton, wide receiver, will go to the Carolina Panthers at 24. At 25, the Tennessee Titans will select Tavon Bryan, defensive tackle from Florida. 26, the Dirty Birds, Atlanta Falcons, will select Isaiah Thomas, cornerback from Colorado. Number 27, Malik Jefferson, outside linebacker from Texas, goes to the Saints. Got the Pittsburgh Steelers at 28, going to Rashaan Evans, inside linebacker, Alabama. Jacksonville goes O-line help, Orlando Brown from Oklahoma, number 29. Number 30, Billy Price, Vikings take him from Ohio State, offensive guard. Number 31, the New England Patriots will take defensive end Sam Hubbard from Ohio State. And number 32, the final pick in the NFL draft, first round, the Philadelphia Eagles select Chukwuma Okafor, offensive tackle, Western Michigan. Well, that is my first mock draft, everybody. Thank you for joining us on iFan Talk Radio 21.5. You could hear us live on Twitter. If you didn't get your message in to me on Twitter, go ahead and shoot me a message after this broadcast is over, and I will respond to you and tell me your thoughts on the mock draft. Even send me your mock draft. I'd like to see other people's mock drafts too. So thanks for joining the Live in 5 show. Our next broadcast will be on Monday at 12 a.m. Thanks again, everybody. We will see you next time.